Alright guys, in this video we're going to look at auto margins and wrapping. Now we've already looked a little bit at auto margins when we did the nav bar. When we wanted to align something to the right, we would add ML auto, so it would basically auto on the margin left. So this is similar to that. And by the way, the nav bars also use flex. Now in this 4_5 auto margins wrapping order HTML file, you'll see that we also use the row HL, item HL. It's just for the outline in the background. And then I also have everything as a deflex, as a flex item. And these ones are columns, as you can see. So we're going to start at the top here. And I just want to show you how to use the margin auto classes. So let's take this first flex item, which is this one right here, this first box. And let's add a class to it of MR auto, so margin right auto, and I'm going to save that, and you'll see that everything else is going to be pushed to the right. Okay, and then at the same time, if we want to use ML auto, let's say we wanted this one aligned over here and everything else to the left, then I'll go to this last class, this last div here, and say ML auto and save, and that will do the opposite effect. Okay, now we can also do we can also use margin bottom and margin top auto. For this, we're using a flex column, which is obviously the vertical alignment. So what I'll do is add to this first div right here, MB-auto, and save, and you'll see that it'll push everything else down. And same here, if we want to do margin top auto, I'll go to the last one here and say MT auto and save, and it'll push everything else up. Okay, so that's the margin auto classes. Now down here we have a flex container with a bunch of divs in here, and you can see that right here. And notice how they go off screen, and it just kind of gives us a scroll bar so that we can see all of them. Now this is no wrap by default. Okay, so this we don't even have to add this, but we can. There is actually a class of flex no wrap. If I save it, it's going to look the same. Now we can also make it wrap. Okay, so we'll look at this second row here. It's the same exact thing, same markup, except this time we're going to add the class of flex wrap and save. And now you'll see it's not going to go off the page. It's actually going to, all these items will wrap. Okay. Last thing I want to look at is ordering. So just like with the grid, we can order things differently than in the markup. So we have first flex item, second, third. And if we wanted the first to be at the end, for instance, we could say order-3. Notice they're the same classes as that we did with the grid. So we'll say order 2, order 1, and save. And now third is the first one and first is the last one. Okay, so a lot of similarities with how you can align the grid, order the grid, and so on, except you can do it on anything at all. All right, so that's it, guys. In the next video, that was actually the last one for Grid and Flexbox. In the next section, we'll be looking at JavaScript widgets such as the carousel, the collapse widget, tooltips, and so on. All right, so I will see you then.